Hey, what's good, my fellow masters? Didn't June just pass by really quickly? But all the better, since that means July is finally here, and the 7th month of the year brings with it many things to be excited about for FGO. And the main topic, of course, would be the St. Quartz and tickets we can get this month, plus subsequently a brief look at the events and campaigns we can expect. But first, a quick disclaimer. I'll be covering the events and campaigns that are reasonably certain to happen in July. There is always a chance of changes and unexpected surprise campaigns or the like to show up, impacting the SQ totals, usually for the better. Starting us off, a look at the sequence of events and campaigns as they're expected to occur during July. We have a social media campaign for the 6th anniversary that actually began in late June and ends on July 1st. Reach 50k combined reaction shares, likes, and retweets, and all masters will be awarded 60 quartz. The great news is we have long since met the required goals of the campaign, and the 60 SQ will be distributed to everyone's present box when the server comes back up for maintenance sometime early morning on July 3rd Pacific time. Clear Fuyuki within the distribution period, and those quartz will be yours. Expected for July 2nd will be the Anime Expo FGO panel presentation and live stream. Well, the panel has been announced, and there's always a stream of it. More importantly, at the end of the stream, there tends to be a gift that usually ends up being a bonus to a preceding social media campaign. So we can at least expect something similar for this year's Anime Expo stream as well. Now, I'm gonna go out on a limb and speculate here. I think we will get a bonus of around 60 additional quartz, or maybe slightly more, like 66? And my reason? Well, because back during the JP server's 6th anniversary, they had a series of 6 live streams leading up to the campaign with social media rewards totaling 72 SQ. And then I believe during their 6th anniversary stream, there was an additional 84 SQ given, a combined total of 156 quartz. So it's only fair for NA to get something similar, right? Well, the recent app release anniversary provided 30 SQ, and JP did not have anything similar. Then we have this 60 SQ from the 6th anniversary social media campaign, bringing our tally up to 90. We just need 66 more quartz to equal the 156 that JP got. So it stands to reason we'll get some sort of bonus, and with any luck it'll be the 60 or so SQ I'm speculating. Just a quick note, the quartz NA got for the pre-release stream of LB6 actually ended up being 16 SQ compared to the 12 that JP received for theirs, which is why I'm saying the bonus quartz from the Anime Expo stream may be around 60 quartz or so. Bottom line, we can expect more SQ from that stream. Let's hope it's 66. Next up, a scheduled server maintenance has been announced to happen at 2100 PDT on July 2nd, no doubt to update the game for all of the 6th anniversary goodies. And the maintenance is scheduled for 5 hours this time, which probably means we'll get 5 Apollo gems for it. Then we come to the much anticipated 6th anniversary campaign for the English version of FGO. There are a whole bunch of new extra missions that will be added to the game. Among them, there are 4 that are reasonable for the average FGO player to complete. Clear LB 5.2 Olympus and LB 5.5 Haenkyo, plus clearing 210 and 220 main story free quests. If you're all up to date with the story and free quests, then that's 40 quartz to add to the July count. For those that are newer to the game, don't worry, those extra missions are permanent, so you'll eventually get to claim those SQ. If somehow you're up to date on all the rank up and interlude quests as well, the total amount of SQ you can claim is 120 quartz from all of these new extra missions. But I'm mainly going to stick with 40 SQ for our purposes. There is 1 summon ticket from the Coin Sky of Light trial quest, along with 10 more summon tickets from the 6th anniversary limited time editions to the Da Vinci Mana Prism shop, a combined 11 tickets. On the 7th day of the campaign's consecutive login bonus, there will be another 10 summon tickets to obtain. By this time, all of the 6th anniversary servant rank ups would have been released. There are 7 freely available servants in the group, so if you have them leveled up to their 4th ascension, that's another potential 14 SQ. Lastly, we have the retroactive update to the servant interlude quests that provide SQ upon completion. Those types of interludes will now grant 2 quartz as rewards as opposed to just 1. Now, it's difficult to say how many SQ you can expect from this update, as everyone will have a different number of interludes completed. So at the very least, I'll just say 2 SQ from this update, factoring in the recent interlude campaign that had freely available servants Mandricardo and Salome. Although if you happen to be completely up to date on all of the servant interludes, then you can expect another 138 SQ from this update. On the 6th of July, the 3rd limited mission set from the ongoing Story Clear support campaign will be available. From completing those limited missions, up to 12 Saint Quartz can be gained. Sometime during the 6th anniversary campaign, we are likely to get our 2200 days anniversary, which will bring in another 10 quartz. And then, overlapping with the tail end of the anniversary campaign will be the release of the 3rd act of Lost Belt 6. For Act 2 was not the actual end of the story chapter. Officially, we know to expect the next part of Avalon Lefay to unlock on July 10th at 0100 PDT. So right there we can infer another server maintenance preceding it, meaning 4 more SQ. Completing the final act of Lost Belt 6 will net you 9 quartz and 36 fragments, combining to 14 SQ and a fragment. We're also expecting a special Avalon Lefay conclusion campaign. However, if it follows the same schedule pattern as it did on JP, then we may not get that conclusion campaign until about a week after Act 3 unlocks. I just want to point this out as it would impact any potential overlap between the Koenskaya and Oberon banners, though I'm personally hoping for at least a day or 2 overlap between them. At any rate, with the Avalon Lefay conclusion campaign, there will be another set of limited master missions with SQ rewards totaling 12. Then, rounding out the events and campaigns we're certain about, or at least fairly certain, is the 4th set of limited missions from the Story Clear support campaign on July 20th. Completing all of those missions will provide 14 Saint Quartz. A tally of all the event or campaign SQ and tickets in July brings us to a combined 253 Saint Quartz and 21 summon tickets. It is possible that we get the Grand Neurofest event around the last week of July, though this is just a guess and why I didn't include it in my count. But if we do, then you can add another 1 SQ and up to 16 summon tickets if you're able to complete all of the high difficulty exhibition quests, plus another 4 SQ from the server maintenance prior to the event. As for the daily logins and weekly missions during the period of July 1st to the 31st, you can gain 29 quartz and 4 summon tickets, plus 5 more summon tickets from the monthly Mana Prism shop refresh. Combining everything we've just discussed, the total becomes 282 Saint Quartz and 30 summon tickets by July 31st. That's not including the possibility of Grand Neurofest to happen in late July. If we were to include that, then the total becomes 287 Saint Quartz and 46 tickets. And please remember that the SQ totals are likely to be higher if you have completed a decent number of servant interludes that gave SQ rewards. Overall, a pretty nice chunk of quartz and tickets we can look forward to as we go through July. With luck, these July SQ and tickets will prove useful to those rolling for a Koenskaya and or Oberon when their banners come out. Best of luck to all my fellow masters who are rolling for either of them. The details surrounding the 6th anniversary sort of made this monthly SQ summary longer, but hopefully you all don't mind. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed this or found it helpful in some way, and subscribe for similar FGO content in the future. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Cheers!